Hard times have set in on the small rural town of Baxter Springs. With the closing of the area's largest employer, the mine, citizens were growing hungry with the lack of money to even buy themselves food. Then the local church pastor had an idea: put his little country farm to work to support his flock. This is the story of the church.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to come back here and check our potato field to start our day in April. I believe it should be ready to harvest. Now, potatoes are kind of one of those odd crops that you have to kind of have faith to be able to know if they're going to yield anything. Because unlike the wheat in the field next to us, you can see how good the crop's doing. Potatoes, they're all underground. But it does look like they are ready to harvest. We're a little shy on money, only $103,000, and some of the potato harvesting equipment does cost quite a bit. So we're going to hop in the other truck, and we're going to run some of our wood pellets and our pallets to town. We also have some of that flour that we made from our new wheat mill, or flour mill. I'm going to probably sell some of that. We got some furniture to sell. Got a bunch of little items to sell, so I'm going to do that first. Make some money so we can actually get some of the equipment we need for the potatoes. We don't have anything, big needed because, it's a fairly small field. So we'll just get stuff we can pull behind the tractor. I think both of our bigger two tractors are big enough to pull it. So let me get the other truck and we'll start loading up stuff and taking it to market. Looks like when it comes to pallets, we only had 10,000 liters of them. We actually ran out of wood chips. So later on, I'm going to have to cut down some more trees and grind them up and drop them off in there. We have several. Oops, accidentally ran into the tractor. We have quite a few wood pellets over here. I'm going to go sell this first and then come back for those. So let me go sell these off. I went ahead and picked up 3 pallets of furniture too. So sell it all right here, close by. Hopefully those all drop right. Of course they didn't. 37,000. Come on. There. Drop the rest. There we go. So 37,000 and add to that another 26. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Get some of the produce up here that we have available. I think they're pretty full. Tomatoes might be over full, actually. See how many of those we can load up. And at least it's loading correctly. Not putting the space like it had been. Oop, that's clear full. Can't even get any more. Well, we'll go drop these off and I'll sell all this and we'll go get the wood pellets. Alright, tomatoes were $12,000. We'll grab some more. These do make us a lot more money if we take them into town to Lizard Logistics. We have so much to sell, I kind of wanted to sell something closer. Another $15,000 out of that. We have another partial load of lettuce. All the tomatoes were on that load. We got some, I think, 3 pallets of flour. Could be more, I guess, produced by now. Not sure. Didn't have a whole lot of oats to actually take them from that last harvest. Finish loading this up, take it, and then of course the wood pellets, they have to go clear to the sawmill to sell. I'll take these over and finish this off and then go get those wood pellets. Alright, let's see. Another 12,000, seems like that's about what we get on every load. 12,000 out of that. Now the wood pellets, of course, they'll be worth the most. So I'll spin over there, and I'm not sure if they need any more wood chips or not. We'll check that when we get them the wood pellets or wood chips for the other production. Looks like the wood pellets still act up on this truck. Don't quite load in right. Let's see how many we got. 34,000. That's going to bring in a lot of money. We'll definitely have enough money to get our potato equipment. I was just going to lease it, but we might actually have enough to buy it. So maybe in the future we can plant more potato fields. Or if not that, harvest somebody else's potatoes. As on our way, we're going to check and see how many pallets of flour we have. Yeah, it looks like they have at least 3 ready. There might be more inside. Not sure how much it'll hold. But let me run over to the sawmill and get this sold off. Well, we made $217,249 off of those wood pellets. So let's just go ahead and go to the dealership and pick up the equipment we need for the potato harvest. Well, that was $215,000 worth of equipment. Spent all of our income that we just made. At least we own this, so we'll be able to use it. Hopefully this truck will be strong enough to haul it back. I'm going to load the first front piece. I think it's some kind of mower attachment, I believe. If you know exactly what those things are that go in front, no, it somehow chops up the tops of the potatoes, and the other machine digs it out of the ground. Oh boy. See if I can center this a little better. Spread them all the way out. There. Alright, there we go. It'll work. I'm not sure how we're going to get it back off, but at least it'll be on and at the farm. Let me get this unloaded here and we'll take it to the farm. This gas station always makes me wonder why it's always so busy. There's car after car going in to get fuel. I have never seen so much traffic go through a gas station before, except for on this map. Must have a really good price, but thankfully we still have enough. Well, they've got the mower-like attachment hooked up to the white. Our biggest tractor is actually that Agco Alice, and it's only 181 horsepower, and the machine we got requires 200, but I think it probably can handle it. I'm hoping, because I mean it's all we've got, so it's got to do the job. So let me get in here. See, this looks like a good spot to start. Hopefully you can pull it from behind and not just in front. Yeah, it looks like it. It's working. Alright, so let me get all this mowed, and then we will go grab the Agco Alice and have it start doing the rest of the work. Turns out the hired hand came over to help out. So he's doing that part of the job, and we're going to try to see if we can start picking some of these potatoes. Let's see, this tractor, oh, it turns kind of sharp there. Let's see if I can figure it all out. Get it lowered, turned on. No, it's a really narrow pickup area. It's like 1.5 meter. Looks like it's picking it up just fine. Let's see. It's coming up front. Yep, potatoes are in it, so it's working. I'll just keep going back and forth, and I guess I can drive over it. It won't hurt anything. It's the only way I'll be able to do it without waiting for him to finish all of it. Maybe I can actually hire somebody. No, it won't let me hire somebody to do this. Really hoping it would. I can make it go a lot easier. No field found. So I'll do it the hard way, all by myself. Not sure if Courseplay would allow me to do it or not. Well, yeah, this tractor really does, it does take everything it's got to do this job. But let me get a hopper full of potatoes, and then we'll go. I don't think I even have a wagon to put it in, so we might have to go shopping again, find a wagon to use. So I'm pretty sure our gravity flow is not going to work. But we'll see in a little while. Turns out the only way I can actually do this is from inside the cab. On the outside I couldn't really see the rows good enough. So all you have is that little stubble sticking up. And that's where you try to keep your right tire close to, and that's seems to be that's where the potatoes are. The outside of the cab, I just really couldn't tell very well. I mean, you can kind of see it, but not good enough. So definitely easier inside the cab. For all you Alice Chalmers fans out there, I'm Sorry, I just realized this is Alice Chalmers and not Agco Alice. It'll eventually become an Agco Alice, but in this year it was still Alice Chalmers. But yeah, it's taking a long time to harvest these potatoes. It goes so slow. I only get 1 to 2 rows at a time. I gotta keep jumping over and having the other guy start back up because I keep thinking he's done, but he's not. But let's see, we're maybe half done the field. Of course, we're not even half full though. Wish I could just get this to have a hired hand do it. Let's try it again here. There, it's actually taking it. Maybe I can get him to. See if he's missing anything. Doesn't look like it. So good. I'll let him go back and forth now and I'll do the mowing. Turns out mowing the tops is a lot easier than trying to get that thing to line up right. They're over there doing a really good job with that. Just about have this finished up. It's not even going to fill up. I really hate to buy a wagon for that. One thing that we could use is an actual little dump truck, some kind of farm truck that we can haul grains and obviously potatoes with. So we might see if there's any of those. Not sure if there's anything on sale right now. Nope, just a corn head. Don't need to buy another one of those. I'm going to put this up here out of the way and pull that rake out of the way because I'm sure they're going to be coming back and it's going to be right in the path. I'll pull this out and then we will go buy a new truck. $20,000 for this Ford truck here. Kind of like something we had on the farm growing up. So I think we're going to just go ahead and get it. It holds 15,000 liters. That's big enough for our little farm. So I'll go ahead and buy that and go pick it up at the shop. Turns out the interior doesn't look the prettiest. It'll work. But yeah, we had a little kind of like a bed. It's not really a bed behind the cab or the seat, but more of a shelf. But I mean, I think it's big enough. Somebody could lay back there. When I was a kid, I never laid back there, but definitely tempted a few times when I rode around with Dad on the farm. Kind of get bored sometimes, like, oh, I could just go back there and lay down. It was never very clean, you know, all the grains, the dust coming in from the combine. But we'll go back, and it looks like the harvester was 80% full, so we'll unload those potatoes in here and take them to town. Well, our hired hand has a full load. Just listening to this truck running here. Kind of sounds a little rough. Huh. At least it's running. Let's get up here and get these potatoes offloaded. There we go. Better not go drive too far ahead. See how many we can get out of one hopper. Pretty sure it won't fill up our truck. Shouldn't it? So I believe we hold the 15,000 or 50. Yeah, 15,000. There. 12,000 liters. Good. Well, we were going to run this right to market. Actually, might have some grain still in from our first harvest in our bin. I'll have to check that out. Let me run these to town and get these potatoes sold. The Baxter Springs Farmers Market actually has a pretty good price on potatoes. Let's just sell them to our own town. Help out a local business here. Oh, maybe. Not wanting to take it there. Maybe it's over here. There it goes. As long as it takes it somewhere. Oh, that's going to be a slow drain. Wish I could open the whole back of the truck out. But let me jump time here. All right. $6,000. Boy, that'll take a long time to pay for the new equipment we got to harvest these potatoes. But I'll get back and finish off that field. Well, our potato harvest is wrapped up. Just going to dump this last little bit off in the truck. Not going to make too much more off of it. Apparently our potatoes weren't quite as good as I was hoping. I mean, it wasn't a huge field, but I really hoped to get more than this off of it. But let me go ahead and go park this thing up by the house, and we will run that back to the market. I kind of thought the potatoes would do a little bit more than 14,000 liters. I did get some more wood chips in, and we're producing the wood pellets and the pallets. With those, thankfully we have a lot of those, and it doesn't take much time to get a wagon load. But let me get in here to the farmer's market and see how much they're going to give me for this little bit. Well, another $1,000. I'm sure if we made enough on the potatoes to pay for this truck, I might end up selling that other potato equipment that we purchased, since we really didn't make enough on potatoes to make them worth it. Let me get back to the farm. We have that flour we had produced out of the old mill. We need to go sell that, and then we're just about done for the day. So let me go grab the other truck and load those pallets. We still have some corn left in our grain bin. The best price for that is not until June. So we just have a few more months, and then we can sell our corn from our first harvest. But we do have at least 3 pallets here, and I'm sure there's more in the mill that we can load. Let me get down there and see if I can get them loaded up right. Well, good. That was 9 pallets worth. So I'm sure the best price is going over to the neighboring town here and unload these. So I will take these over to Lizard Logistics, drop them off, and we'll get back to the farm and feed the cows and go to bed for the night. We will see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It turns out we had a record month here in April. We actually made $347,358 worth of sold products and harvest income, which was wonderful. That'll cost us $34,736 in tithes and offerings. Plus, we'll have another $12,000 in wages for all the different employees we have. And then our hired hand actually made $416 this week. Our problem is we had $235,000 worth of new equipment that we bought with all the new potato harvesting, our new truck. So we did have our biggest month in expenses as well. But here we are at the church, and that should do it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please slap that like button. And until next time, this is Brother Lawrence saying, have a blessed day, and bye-bye.
But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Take heed, watch and pray, for you do not know when the time is.